Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 13 carries, 62 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzama. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
First down, Cincinnati.
From midfield now, Burrow. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. First down, here's Burrow. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Bengals.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
First and goal.
From the 8, they've got it first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Randy Bullock.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game, so he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. First carry for Nick Chubb. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. At each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Cyber, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Andrew Sendejo in on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7, our score.
With the score, Browns 14, Bengals 7.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. On 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. We are just getting started in what should be an incredible 2nd week of the NFL season. So much coming up later this weekend. You've got Tom Brady's home debut as the Bucs host Carolina. The Chargers hosting KC in their first game of the new SoFi Stadium. Remember, the Rams got the home date in week 1. And then to wrap things up, you've got the first home game for the Las Vegas Raiders. It's going to take a while to get used to saying that as they welcome in New Orleans on Monday night.
Now 3rd and 5.
Mayfield down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
10 at the 27-yard line.
First down, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Now Burrow on 1st down. He gives this one to Boyd. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Complete to Tyler Boyd.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
And 2 at the 40-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle.
Burrow's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
38-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Yards to go.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
C.J. Uzomah.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
2nd down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
To John Ross.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 6 yards away. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. And right away, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They mark him down at the 39. 16 yards, a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He was looking for Landry that time, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st and 10.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, you go make a play for me. I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The 42-yard line. A gain of 4.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On second down, Burrow. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Ross, complete. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment, but first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh. A big one for the Steelers, as they'll have to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Then, later in the afternoon, we highlight that game going on in Houston, where it'll be the Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Sunday night between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard.
The Browns drive about to get started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a smart and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Logan Wilson.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And this one's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield now from the 50. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Fourth down, Mayfield. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
At the 40-yard line.
Mayfield on play action. They'll roll him out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A give. This is Chubb. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So that one will be accepted. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Following the penalty, Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. From the 5, 3rd and goal. Rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Sean Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
At the 19-yard line.
Burrow will throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
At the 24-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Green brings it in, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Mack Wilson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 21.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Open man is Higgins.
Mayfield,
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 30-yard
A
line.
run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield, flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that will be incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
You know, about winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And he's been effective in their winning, so it makes it a little easier to put a montage together.
It really does, doesn't it? Because we can see him throwing it really well. But how about everything else that's going on? Protection has been excellent. And, of course, the guys catching the ball have provided some highlight reels themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always just one man. He's been good, but you got the guys catching the ball, too.
Yeah, you name it. It's all coming together for them. What they call that synergy. Everything working together really well. And right now, he's the focal point of it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
He was brought down by Sheldrick Redwine. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
they're passing here. Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd.
Burrow's pass. Complete to Tyler Boyd.
And Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Odell Beckham, 40 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So they lob it up on the fade, and really a great play to go up and make that catch.
It's something that takes some timing, and people work on it all the time. Even when they're just warming up, you know, that old pat and go when they're just warming up and throwing the football. A lot of the time it turns into that route exactly. A fade route, and this one turned into a touchdown.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try and grab that lead back. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9. At the 22.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Landry now on the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. On 2nd down now. It's Hunt busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. On the ground, it's Chubb. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Second and 4. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. On the carry, it's Chubb. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here comes an important one now for Austin Seibert. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Seibert's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute.
Bengals 21.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
5-yard line.
So Burrow and the Bengals Down 24-21, 23 seconds to go. And they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Final score, Browns.
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Browns, they